In the heart of the lush, verdant land of Igbo, where the whispering trees sang songs of ancient spirits and the rivers glistened under the sun's golden embrace, there was a village named Umuike. This village was a cradle of myths and legends, where every child grew up with tales of brave warriors, cunning tricksters, and powerful spirits. Among these tales, none was more talked about than that of Nneka, the mother of an Ogbanje, a child that was born 7 times. Nneka was a woman of immense strength and grace, her beauty as radiant as the full moon that guided travelers through the darkest nights. She had married Obinna, a respected farmer whose yams were the envy of the village. Their union was blessed, and soon Nneka became pregnant. Joy spread through Umuike, for a child was always a blessing. However, their joy was short-lived. Nneka's first child, a boy named Chike, died suddenly just before his first birthday. The villagers mourned with the family, offering words of comfort and performing rituals to ease the child's passage to the spirit world. Nneka and Obinna were heartbroken but hopeful for the future. When Nneka became pregnant again, the village elders advised her to take special precautions. They believed the child was an Ogbanje, a spirit that comes to torment its parents by repeatedly dying and being reborn. True to their fears, the second child, a girl named Adana, also died before her first birthday. The pattern continued with each subsequent child, each death deepening the sorrow and fear in Nneka's heart. By the time she was pregnant with her 7th child, Nneka was determined to break the cycle. She sought the help of the most powerful dibia, or healer, in the land. The dibia, an old man with eyes that had seen countless seasons, listened to Nneka's story with a solemn expression. "You have been chosen for a great test," he said. "Your child is an Ogbanje, but there is a way to break the curse. You must find the iyi-uwa, the sacred object that binds the child's spirit to the cycle of birth and death. Once it is found and destroyed, the spirit will be free to remain in the land of the living." The dibia gave Nneka a small amulet made of carved wood and feathers. "This will protect you during your search. But remember, the iyi-uwa can be anything, and it is often well hidden. You must be vigilant and strong." With renewed hope and determination, Nneka returned home. When the time came, she gave birth to a baby boy. The child, named Ifeanyi, was as beautiful as his siblings had been, with eyes that sparkled like the stars and a laugh that brought joy to all who heard it. But Nneka knew she could not relax. The search for the iyi-uwa had to begin. The days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Ifeanyi grew stronger and more vibrant with each passing day. Nneka watched over him like a hawk, never letting him out of her sight. She began searching for the iyi-uwa, digging around the compound, inspecting every corner of their home, and questioning everyone who had ever come into contact with her children. Obinna, though skeptical, supported Nneka in her quest. He would often return from the farm to find Nneka digging by the river or combing through the forest. The villagers, once sympathetic, began to whisper among themselves. They feared the Ogbanje child and avoided the family, believing the curse could bring misfortune to them as well. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Nneka sat by the river, tears of frustration and exhaustion streaming down her face. She prayed to Allah, the earth goddess, for guidance. It was then that she heard a soft, melodic voice. "Why do you cry, Nneka?" Startled, Nneka looked up to see a woman standing before her, her form shimmering like moonlight on water. She was ethereal, with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of ages. "I cry for my child," Nneka replied. "I seek the iyi-uwa to break the curse of the Ogbanje, but I do not know where to find it." The woman smiled gently. "The iyi-uwa is hidden deep within the forest, guarded by spirits who do not wish for it to be found. But you, Nneka, have the heart of a lioness. You must be brave and follow the signs. Your child's laughter will guide you." With that, the woman vanished, leaving Nneka feeling both awe and determination. She hurried home to share the news with Obinna. They decided to venture into the forest the next morning, carrying Ifeanyi with them. At dawn, Nneka, Obinna, and Ifeanyi set out towards the dense forest that bordered their village. The forest was a place of mystery, where few dared to tread. It was said to be the home of spirits and ancient beings who could either help or hinder those who entered. As they walked deeper into the forest, the trees seemed to close in around them, their branches forming an almost impenetrable canopy. The sounds of the village faded away, replaced by the rustling of leaves and the distant calls of unseen creatures. Ifeanyi, cradled in Nneka's arms, giggled and pointed ahead, his eyes sparkling with delight. Following the direction of Ifeanyi's laughter, they came upon a clearing bathed in a soft, otherworldly light. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient iroko tree, its massive roots twisting and turning like the coils of a giant serpent. At its base, partially buried in the earth, was a small, intricately carved stone. Nneka's heart raced as she approached the stone. Could this be the iyi-uwa? She reached out and touched it, feeling a surge of energy pulse through her fingers. With great care, she began to dig around the stone, her fingers clawing at the earth. As she dug, the air around them grew thick and charged with energy. The forest seemed to come alive, whispering in a language only the spirits understood. Suddenly, a fierce wind whipped through the clearing, and out of the shadows stepped a figure, the woman from the river. "You have done well to find the iyi-uwa," she said, her voice echoing like the call of a distant horn. "But your task is not yet complete. You must destroy it, and only then will the curse be broken." Nneka nodded, her resolve unshaken. She lifted the stone and, with a deep breath, smashed it against the roots of the iroko tree. The stone shattered into countless pieces, and a brilliant light erupted from within, engulfing the clearing. When the light faded, the woman was gone, and in her place stood Ifeanyi, still giggling and clapping his hands. Nneka and Obinna embraced their child, tears of relief and joy streaming down their faces. The curse had been broken, and their child was free. The journey back to Umuike was filled with a sense of triumph and renewal. As they emerged from the forest, the villagers who had once shunned them gathered around, their fear replaced by awe and admiration. News of Nneka's bravery and the breaking of the Ogbanje curse spread quickly, and the village celebrated the return of the family with feasts and dances. Ifeanyi grew up to be a strong and healthy boy, his laughter a constant reminder of the victory over the curse. Nneka and Obinna watched with pride as he thrived, surrounded by the love and support of their community. Years passed, and the tale of the baby born 7 times became a legend, told and retold around the fires of Umuike. Nneka, now an elder, would often recount the story to the younger generations, her eyes shining with the wisdom of her journey. And so, the story of the baby that was born 7 times, the Ogbanje, lived on, a testament to the strength, courage, and unbreakable spirit of a mother's love.